wonderful sweet baby. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about Erica Banks saying that men should not be complaining and they should leave it to women. So Erica Banks pretty much visited the 85 South show, and she was there pretty much expressing how a man should be. While she visited the guys, she pretty much explained that she doesn't think that a man should be complaining. He should really just leave that to a woman and allow a woman to be a woman. The guys were actually bewildered by this because they felt like, wow, this is crazy that, a man is going to be considered sassy if he has to complain, especially to someone that is his woman. I feel like the guys on the show were actually making light of the situation because at the end of the day, the 85 South show is a show in which you're able to, have comedic relief in regards to certain topics that are going on in the world. So, of course, Carlos Miller kind of made light of the situation because it wasn't, as if he was trying to demean what she was saying. I just feel like he was making light of what she was saying. Because at the end of the day, he's a comedian and, comedians are meant to make things more easier for us to cope with things that are going on. So here's my thoughts. I feel like what Erica Banks was saying, it actually kind of makes sense, but I just feel like the way that she phrased it was just a little bit offset because I feel like she didn't really know how to place it in words. But I feel like at the end of the day, she has the right kind of way that she's trying to put it out there. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with a man, voicing his opinion about certain issues that are going on. Like if a man feels like, something is affecting his mental health, if he feels like, something is making him upset, if he just simply needs somebody to confide in, I feel like that is okay. But I do feel like as a man, you don't really want your man to come to you nagging about certain things. There are certain aspects in life in which you do want a man to kind of be a man. And a lot of the men these days are very sassified and they kind of act a little weird. And it's kind of hard for you to actually be a woman because every time you try to be a woman, they kind of make you have to step up and be Big Daddy in the relationship when in reality, you just want to be a female and be sensitive. Which, just to plug my main channel for my YouTube, because this is Fabulous Victoria podcast, but I do have a regular YouTube channel that's called Fabulous Victoria. So if you guys want to go peep that, I'm actually probably going to make a video on why men are so sassy these days. But back to the regular scheduled program. But yeah, I don't think that men should complain. I mean, women are more sensitive beings and creatures. So in reality, if a woman comes to you and they're like, babe, this girl did this, was happening at my job or whatever, I feel like that's a-okay. And even if they're like, why don't we go out here? Why don't we do this? Just being the more sensitive person within the relationship. I just feel like as a man, you should be ready to take charge and be the foundation of the relationship. Therefore, that does mean, don't always sit here and be more sensitive than your actual woman. If you notice that your woman is a little bit more on the upset side, then you as the man should be more like, how can I fix this? Because I just do remember like back in the day, it was kind of like, if your wife's wrong, then your wife's right. If your wife's right, then your wife's right. But these days, I feel like these men are more so like, if my wife's wrong, I'm going to argue her down and try to make her feel bad about herself. Then I'm going to show her that I'm the one that's right. And then on top of me doing that, I'm going to demean her as well. And that's where we get a lot of the sassiness from these guys. And I do agree with Erica Banks that we don't need that from men. Now, if it was a little boy that we were dealing with, that, doesn't have a dime to his name and he's broke and he doesn't have a job, then that actually makes sense. But as my man, you should be taking charge and providing. There should be no reason that you're having a competition with me on who can be sassier. Because at the end of the day, women are going to win that sassy competition each and every time. But that's my opinion. What's yours?